Hello, traders. How are you? Welcome. Anna DeShields here. I will be right with you in just a minute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do a mic check. All right, traders, just going to go ahead and make sure I'm all set up well. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Super excited. Thank you. Feel free to drop in the chat where you're calling, where you're tuning in from. That'd be awesome. I appreciate that. And if you have any questions or comments or the topics that you want to go over, you'd like me to review, just let me know. I'd be happy to go over that. Really excited about getting our time together, joining together. I'm also excited about teaching you how I trade and some technical analysis, how to market your charts, how to scalp. Kind of also a couple of different programs going to be launching. So it's super excited. Let me go ahead and mute this tab. You guys will probably know me most by my alerts after a bit that we get to work together. I will show you how I set my alerts too. I mean, this my when I go live, I'm really just very myself and love being able to teach other people how to do this skill set, how to trade, what it takes to be a trader. My journey. I'm excited to share with you traders, and we'll take it from there. We'll take it from there. There's a lot of people out there teaching you how to trade, and they're putting out some great content. And so, me, as just my background in teaching, I can go ahead and do the same in my style. So, thank you for joining. I hope I mesh with you. I hope I'm relatable to you. And we'll get to learn together. I'll teach you how to trade. Remember, that reminds me to make sure I put up my disclaimer. Remember, this is for only educational purposes only, not telling you what to trade. You're making your own decisions. Any analysis that I mark up does not guarantee profits on future analysis. And so I am just for educational purposes only. Okay, let me go ahead and we're going to look at Bitcoin. And see what she's done since we last were on. Remember, traders, also you can catch me live Tuesday and Thursday nights at 7:30 or 8:30 Eastern time. I'm still trying to get the time down together, but definitely on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find me also on my Instagram. It's Visual Silence Technology. Find me there as well. Love to hear from you. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what your thoughts. Are you stuck in a trade? Maybe there's something that you're not sure of, maybe your trade didn't play out. I'm going to be having sessions too where we'll have traders come on, or they'll be in the chat and say, hey, I was doing this, and what do you think? Why didn't it play out? I always can go back and review them with you. That's something I love to do. So I'll be able to help you out there. Just a lot of good ideas that I'll be starting to go ahead and introducing to this new community. So super excited. All right, let me go ahead and share the chart. My screen, I mean. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this should work out well. Let me make sure we're doing this correctly. And I have you down here. I don't know if you can end up seeing that or not. I'm watching here for the comments as well. So feel free to drop a hello, where you're joining from. That would be awesome. Let me put this down here so I'm not looking up so bad. Okay. Looks like we're all set, which is really good. And move this over here. Almost need a bigger screen. Okay. Well, we are off. Looks like we're running good. Let me go ahead and make sure you can hear me. Oh, it's the wrong tab. Okay, we're going to do a mic check and make sure that's coming across. Okay, good. It is. All right. Let's go ahead and get into our analysis for Bitcoin. So let's see what Bitcoin did today. Let's check it out. All right. So here we are on my less channels chart. I want to go ahead and pull up my fibs chart, traders. Let's put this on one screen and see what's been going on. I have to move this alert out of the way. Okay. Well, here is my less two fibs chart. This as well, these boxes over here, traders. What I do when I'm doing my intraday plays is I measure the amount of pips are between each of these support and resistance levels. Okay. And so that helps me gauge when I'm trading how much or where I want to go and how much are between each level. So as a scalper, you know that we are on it. We need to know where we're going, how many points are between each. And so these visuals here help me very quickly. I can see how many points are between each wave level. So here on the 5-minute time frame, I have the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minutes, how many points or pips are between each wave level. So that's very helpful for me. And that's why they are sitting there as they are. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and hide that. Let me make sure too that I remember to put those back. So what I might do actually is just make them a little bit lighter so I don't forget what chart had them. I guess I won't be able to do that. It'll end up being a lot of stuff. All right, let me go ahead and remember to put these on. Let me go ahead and find out where these are at. Here we go. Number of pips. Hide that. All right. Now let's go to the higher time frames and let's see what's going on the day with Bitcoin. Now, the last time we were on was a week ago, so a lot has transpired. Let's go ahead and remove these lines and see what happened since last week. How about that? How about we do that first? So here, last week would be, today's the 10th, October 10th, so that was on the 3rd, 10-3. So 10-3 on the day puts us here. Let me draw a line. Vertical line right here. 10-3. So right about here was where we were at last week with Bitcoin. So it really did do a lot. This asset did do a lot in that short period of time. Doesn't look like it on the day, does it? See how many pips that is. 822 with this range here. We had the signal for the long price and the 200 EMA crossing each other with the signal finally for the long. That happened. And so not much, kind of really just sideways, but a nice range. You could trade that range, and I did. So let's go ahead and see here. Let's pull that up. So what I do when it does like this, you can go ahead and just put a box like that and then just trade the range. Trade the range, traders, up, down, up, down. Okay? You could do that. And that puts you at 700 from top to bottom. And look, Thursday the 5th, Friday the 6th, the weekend, you know, is always just consolidating. Then our move on Monday, 10-9, and then it continued to sell down. So this here is a type of channel or a range, whatever you want to call it. We go ahead and have here it boxed up. We're looking for it to break out of here, come back and retest. But okay, so that gives us the big picture and from last week. So let's go ahead and go down to the lower time frames and see what's transpired. We'll keep that box on and the line so we know when the last time we were together. Okay. Now, this isn't funny too, traders. When we have our charts like this, I'm using TradingView. You know what? I do need to put this. I just realized I need to have the name of this chart on here, but I think I'll be okay. I see it up top. Isn't it funny here, traders, when you have this here, this consolidation seems very easy to trade like, hey, honey, it's in consolidation. But then when you expand it up and you can actually see, yeah, that did some big, nice moves. That did some nice big moves. Here is Sunday, 10-1. This bar here on the 4-hour, I remember that. I was out at a restaurant, 800 points, caught most of that. Yes, I did. Caught most of that. That was like just a few bars on a lower time frame. And then since then, we've really just been kind of ranging in between these zones here. You know, as I trade as a scalper, you know, I scalp Bitcoin and I also scalp US 30 and NAS. And being able to go from zone to zone is nice, right? Is really ideal, depending on your size. So Um, that's something that you can go ahead and do. I lost my train of thought of what I was thinking about that. But there you can just zone that out. All right, so let's go ahead and see what happened here. Let's go ahead and do a high to low fib and some channels. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on lines, okay? And then we're going to draw a channel. Now, when you make a channel, traders, you want to go in the direction of the trend. And here, this is the 200 EMA, and this is the 50 EMA. And this star here is like my fence. It's the 800 EMA. So, when you put it on lines, you can kind of see, that it was buying and selling. And sometimes it's helpful if you put it on Hakanashi candles. And where are my Hakanashis at? Right here. They also help you identify what it's been doing. So mostly, we have more red here, more selling since it's sideways. That will help you when you kind of get in this predicament. You're not really sure, like, I don't know what that sucker was doing. I like to put on my Hakanashi on there to help me identify it. So since we do have it ascending, I am going to go ahead and do a ascending channel. So I'll put it on lines. And this is a 4-hour. Now, traders, normally I like to go ahead and put, when I do my 4-hour channels, I like it for the most immediate time, like maybe 2 days ago on a 4-hour chart. Now with Bitcoin, and since it makes big moves, you end up sometimes going further back in time. So it's almost like your day channel. So as you develop and as you start making channels, you'll find out what works best for you. Okay. Intraday traders, they're they're using the 4-hour, the day. They're not really going down to the 1 hour. I mean, they might be, but whatever. I do know of an intraday swing trader, and she really marks up her 4-hour and her 1 hour and then drops down to the lower time frames to get her entries. But for me, since I'm a scalper intraday and swing, that's why I'm more specific on, what? I just want the immediate time right now, just the immediate time. So if I were to do the immediate time, I would not be doing this channel that I'm going to do right now, which is an ascending channel. So let me just show you what other traders might be used to seeing, because they normally see the big moves. So here we are. We have, it's not working out well here. We have a touch, and then it's not really, let me get it really beautiful for you. So we have a valley, a low, and then a high. A low, and a high. And that's what you'll need for an ascending channel. 1 touch, 2 touch. The more touches, the better. Okay. But this is our 4-hour. And then let me put it on the 4-hour color that I'm used to. Okay. So we have touch, and we really need another touch, don't we? We really need another touch. So you can zoom in and move this up a little bit. And that's going to alter the way it looks. We might not be able to get that. Let's see how much we have to move it around to get that other touch. Goodness. Let's see here. Almost, huh? Really going to be interested to see what this looks like when we expand back out. Okay, there is we're a little bit out. If you want to get really specific, you can. This is a steep movement, isn't it? All right. Let's see if you can give it to me. Right there. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to lock it real quick. I hit the plus sign over here, and it will take me back out to the max view. Now here we have, oh shoot, what happened? Here we have our touch, our low, and then our high. And we want this high to come down and touch that sucker. Okay, there we go. I'm going to lock that. So that's how you draw an ascending channel. And what that means is that the market is going up, but now we're having a slight pullback. So if we want to see where price may pull back to continue to buy back up, this is the steps that we would take. Now, just a second, my mouse is frozen. I don't know why. Just a second. Well, traders, excuse me. My mouse is frozen. Goodness. Not quite sure what I need to do here without saying I'll be right back. But you know what? I can't even get over to my back end to tell you I'll be right back. Just a second, then I'm going to have to pop out and then pop back in. Hold on. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Oh, it didn't. Shoot. I don't know why it's locked up. I'm not quite sure. I might have to go ahead and stop this live and redo it. I don't know, traders. It's just locked up. Let's see. I hit escape. Hit Control Alt Delete. I might have to shut this down. Oh Lord. I can't even hit the pause because my mouse won't work. So let me see. Just a moment, traders. It is totally hemmed up. All right, just a moment. Boy, I'll make sure I have a backup when this happens next time. Nope. All right, traders. Hopefully this will work. Okay, we'll shut that alert off. All right, let's see if we can fix this issue. Here we go. Okay, we are in business. Look at that. That one mouse must be dead. All right. Well, praise the Lord. We are back up. Sorry about that, traders. Okay. We were talking about this channel here. So this is Monday when we were last together. So let me go ahead and take this off because that's kind of messing up my thought process. And then what we're going to do is we want to just see what has happened since we were last together. Okay. So we're going to put a line here is October 3rd. I said we were together. So that's right here. Hopefully. Okay, we're going to do. Oh, shoot. We're going to do a vertical. A vertical line. Oh, it doesn't let you do a horizontal. Well, that's a bummer. We'll just do a trend line then. How about that? So that's 10-3 right here. Ah, come on. You know, if anyone knows, by the way, if anybody knows how to program the notifications for TradingView, like I want different noises, and I did a help ticket to them, and they said that they have that as a project that they want to work on. But I can't imagine all of the millions of traders out there that those sounds aren't a bit aggravating. So if you know how to do that, program it where I can have a different choice of sounds, please contact me. I would be very interested in talking with you and hiring you for those services. Okay, so here is when we were last together. I'm just going to put it through here like this and then make it a little bit lighter so it doesn't mess up my train of thought, but I do want to see where we were at. Okay. Now, that's where we were, and this is what Bitcoin has done since we were together. Moved up and then coming back down. But if we do a fib, that will help identify about how far she's moved down and that we can expect her to come down to. And that helps me to understand how I want to trade, how I can trade her right now. right? Because she's out there, she's doing her job. It's not hard for her to make money in the market, right? It's more difficult to be able to manage your risk. So for us as traders, what I need to do is I need to be the eyes for her when she moves. So she's like, hey girl, look, I'm ready to go here. Let me know. Is it a good, is the zone good? Is there a lot of people? What's the traffic like? And I'll be like, okay, I see where you're at. I see you. You want to normally come back down to this zone. We have someone right there. A lot of resistance could be approaching. We got our 800 girl right there. You know how she likes to mess up your game. So be aware of her. She's right there. She's only a little bit away from you, maybe a couple miles. And but then you want to go back down to the 200. Okay, well, you can make it down there. You just got you got your 800 girl in your way. So I don't know how you two left last time, but she is near you, and so she probably has her team asking where you're at. So 108 miles away, we could say it like that. She's 108 miles away from you. Okay, I got you. All right. So that's how I like to think about it. We're in partnership together. We're working together. She's counting on me to make sure I put her in good positions or let her know what's ahead of her. And really, it's for me to know what could be in my way to manage my trade. So, she normally we would want the asset to come down to here. I'll show you. We go low to high. And then normally the ideal area is for price to come into this zones here, 5061.8. I call that the heartbeat zone. And I call that the heartbeat zone, traders, because it's normally the ideal area that traders will use to re-enter the market for it to continue with the trend. And so they call it the sweet spot, the 5061.8 zone. So I was like, you know what? I want to be unique and be my own person. So I'm calling it the heartbeat zone. It reminds me of like a nucleus. It's the main part of the organism. So I named it the heartbeat zone. That's why I call it that. But anyway, we normally as traders will want the asset to come down to the heartbeat zone, which is the 5061.8 down here, and then continue back up with the trend to this zone. Okay. That's ideally the ideal play. Now, she can do much more. Go up here. She's she's pulled down to just a 38. Okay. So hasn't quite pulled all the way down. If she does and pushes past the 5061 heartbeat zone, then she could pull back down into this zone, the last line of defense zone, this 78.6 to 88.6 zone. If she pulls down here, hey, even better. Like, girl, I passed my 800. Her and I got it all worked out. I actually forgot my laptop that I need for when I go back up and visit the higher time frame. And so I need to really come back and pick that up. Oh, really? Where's that at? Girl, you know where that's at. That's at the 78.6. Oh, you got to come back that hard to pick it up? Do you want me to meet you? No, no, no. Let me just come back there. Let me know, if I have a safe travel there. Okay. So if she comes back down here, let's say she lands here, her and I meet for lunch, and then she's like, all right, I'm out. I'm going to go back up and continue my journey coming back up here. Now, if she does that, that's better for me because now look, I have way more pips that I can get if she just came down into this zone. So if she comes down to here, that's even better for us as a trader. Okay, so these are the two possibilities that she could do. So what does that mean for me right now? What does that mean for me this week? Well, how I would play it is a couple of things. Let me put some color on the chart. Okay, this is our heartbeat zone. Remember? And so those that you are like Trader Boss Trading View users, you will already have this information. But boom, these are already pre-made templates that I have made. And so it's a 4-hour time. It's a 4-hour time frame. It's a low to high fib. So I'm going to put that sucker on it and look, boom. It already told me it's a low to high fib and it's at the heartbeat zone. So the information's already there. So now I know where this zone is at. Okay. Because some traders, in the circles that I'm in the communities that I'm in, some of them don't like having the fib on here. So what they'll do is they'll take this off and then just have this zone here. For me, I'm both ways because I learned with the fibs on it. I like having those levels there. It does crowd up your chart, so it's really up to you. But I pretty just become accustomed to it having the actual fib and the numbers on there for the levels. But I do change it over to the correct color code for the time frame. Okay, so for today's Tuesday night at 9:09 p.m., we're going to be on for maybe about another 20 minutes. We had technical difficulties, so we'll bear in mind for that. But what I'm then looking for, and we'll talk about on Thursday and see if it played out, is if she pulls back more. So we go up here. We want her to come down to the heartbeat zone and then push back up. This is the ideal play. Okay. Come back down here and then push back up. Now, determining factors are, well, what does that mean for her to do that? That means she has to continue to break out of this 4-hour channel, push past the 800, push back this strong support right here. And we got support again right here. So this is a big bounce, perhaps. If she breaks this and continues down, then coming into the zone is more probable. Okay. So I'll be looking for her to break the 800 and come down. Once she's done that, then come down into this zone. Okay. So first thing is break this 800. And if she does that, break and close below, and then go into our heartbeat zone. So that is only 200 pips away. So let's see if she can do that. So some traders will set an alarm, right, for this level here. So when it goes off, they can go and check. I'm not going to do that. I'll be looking at this in just a couple of hours when I wake up in the morning. So, or you could set an alert on the box if you want. I have a lot of alerts, so I want to be sure I hear it and what one's important to me. They're all important, but you know what I mean. Okay, so that's what we're looking for her to do, and then trade back up to 11.5. So let me go ahead and put that on as a visual. We go up. We want her to come down here, and then finally exit at that zone. That's what we're looking to happen. Okay. Now I'm going to leave this on the 4-hour. I'm going to make it red for the 4-hour too. And then I'm going to set this only so we see it on the 4-hour. So we can go down to the 1-hour and check out what this play would look like. Okay, because there's some other confluences that we need to measure to see when and how well this probability of this trade setup will work. Okay, so let's go down to the 1-hour. All right, here's our 1-hour. Now I have this boxed up and I'm trying to remember the heck why. Do you traders remember? Let's see if I have it on the 4-hour. I don't. I can't remember, but that's okay. Go back to the 1 hour. All right. Have it boxed up for something. Obviously, probably consolidation. But we're going to take it off because I'm not sure. All right. Now, normally I would hide this, but I want you traders to see it. So we know that we want price to come down to here. So on the 1 hour, this is what that view looks like on the 1 hour. Okay, it's more of a shorter time frame. And so we can get a closer look of her and what's in her way. Like, let's say, she wants to come down to that zone, and she has really good relationships with this group right here, this zone here. And they have their radar on, and they're like, hey, Bitcoin's coming down. We just got word. She's right around our area. Do we want to call her up and say, hey, you want to check us out? Meet us for dinner? So they may be on alert. So that's something that I would say, hey, Bitcoin, your friends down here at the 27 mark, they might reach out to you again. Oh, okay. So we can kind of get a more of a idea of what's going on the lower time frame, see more support and resistance, see some zones. Okay. We have that zone here, a bunch of noise here, support. So, but what I'm looking for, traders, for that sell to occur and me feel good about it, it will happen, but for more of a profitable short term, like right away, is the cross, my Exodus cross. Has it happened? It sure has. Sure has. We have it actually up here. The Exodus cross has happened up here, matter of fact, and came down and came back up, retested the zone, and now has fallen down. So actually, my ideal confirmation that this is a nice sell happened back up here on Monday at 1 o'clock. So happened over 24 hours ago. But now look what we have. It makes me feel better now. I don't feel good that I missed the entry. That's not good. But what I do have now is, look, I have the cross of the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, saying the short-term trend on this time frame is shifting. Look down here, traders. See how we are in sell mode because we have the black arrow? That means the 50 momentum and trend has shifted from buying to selling. Okay, now we have the black. Then they shifted again. They crossed. Now we have the blue line. And now the trend on this time frame is buying blue. Okay. Well, now we've shifted again. That's fine. Market goes up, down, up, down. Us as traders, we want to just manage our risk. And this is helpful for me in many ways because it'll help me be like, okay, without getting very technical, Anna, just give me like ABC. Okay. Just give me ABC. Well, ABC would be when it's blue, buy. When it's black, sell. That's your ABC. That's as simple as it can get. But where the technical analysis comes in and the experience of being in the charts and the experience of knowing your asset and the experience of our indicators and how to measure if this happens, then normally this happens. And if that happens, then normally this happens. And those are all the components in trading. That's when they come in. So it blows out the simple ABC. Give me ABC, girlfriend, and I'll learn the rest as time goes. Okay. Well, if you want ABC, it's blue, buy, take buys. When it's black, sell. You want to look for sells. Okay. Um, so right here, what's happening is with this marker, it means that this 50, this green line here is momentum of the market on this time frame. And the 200, which is your trend, measures trend, is crossed, and now we are shifting. Now, I don't know for how long. I know from my fib that we did on the 4-hour, we want it to come down to this zone. So now we may have better probabilities of it coming down here because we now have this 2 EMAs crossing. So that's good news. Now, in regards to this fib on the 1-hour, let's look where price is at. Remember our 4-hour fib, it wasn't quite far down yet, was it? Remember our 4-hour, this one? Price was only at the 38, okay? Well, the 1-hour price is much lower, isn't it? Let's go back. Look, traders. Price on the 1-hour fib is almost at the last line of defense. Look at that. I drew this fib much earlier. Okay, you want to know how I know? Because it's not pushed out further from market action already. So I know I made this fib, maybe yesterday or the day before. But for this little short move that I'm measuring, because on the 1-hour, I just want the immediate move. Price on this fib is now, you just pull it out a little bit to currently where price is. Look where price is at, traders. It's at the last line of defense. Last line of defense, meaning that the buyers have to show up to regain control to take the trend back, or they've lost it and now it's in a selling mode. Okay, so price came up. We want it to come, remember, traders, 50, 61.8 zone, and then push back up to here. Well, it didn't do that. It didn't do that. She went ahead and did this. She went up. She came down. She came back up. She came back down again. She went back up again. She came here, 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 here. Did not go up to here like we want her to, did she? There was more pressure from the market to take her back down, more selling pressure. Again, back down here, back up, and now back down. And now we want her to come back up to here. If this is an even better move for us, when she makes this move. She will make this move, but now what's tricky and gets technical is now these 2 EMAs have crossed as well. So is she going to then go ahead and pull deeper and now go into our high, which is right in here, go deeper and fall into the heartbeat zone and then push back up? So that's where it can get technical. And that's where, for me, if I want to take this buy, one, I'm in an awesome location. I'm in an awesome location because if I get into this trade here and it does buy up, I have very low risk of it going against me. And then it goes up to where I want it to go. Because normally price returns back and pushes back up to the trend. And so for it to pull back, the probabilities are less as likely as if it came into the heartbeat zone. If it came into the heartbeat zone, the 50, 61.8 zone, which is right here, well, see here, it could go ahead and push back down to this last zone. So my risk is more. My risk is more. So when it's in this location, my risk is much less. Because what I mean by that, traders, is if I said, okay, it's in the heartbeat zone, I'm putting my buy order in, and it never took off to where I wanted to go, did it? It went down. So now it's against me. So now my trade, when I'm looking at it, it's in drawdown. It's in drawdown. I'm in negative because it didn't buy up like I wanted it to. So I have more risk now because if I have my stop loss down here in this zone, I'm almost hitting it, So I have risk now. Let's measure how much that fell against me. 300 pips. 300 pips. So that goes into the course and the education of how to manage risk and on setups. So I'm going into a lot of concepts and I understand that. But I'm just explaining, what we're looking for. So what I'm looking for today until we meet again on Friday is she going to sell down more, or do I have the buy up now? I can just take the short-term buy up. Now, what might happen is she might go ahead and pull back up, retest this area, and then slam back down into the 4-hour heartbeat zone. But the overall trend is buying. Okay? Is buying. So she might not go down into here like I want, because we are in buying momentum with Bitcoin. And this month and next month is going to be very interesting, very big times for Bitcoin with buying momentum in her prior history. So we have other confluences that we can use to see if she will sell down, but this is what it looks like on this time frame. So question is then, Anna, what are you going to do? What's your play? Well, obviously right to here, I want to take the buy back up. But my short-term trend is selling. I'm at the last line defense. I'll take the buy back up. So what I could do is I could take the buy up, put my stop loss right here, say, and then if it continues to sell, then fine, it'll kick me out. I don't have that much risk. But if she does buy up, then I have a nice trade in front of me and continues to continue with the buy back up. I have a nice buy in front of me, setting me up. 900 pips. Okay. So on the lower time frames, we're in an ideal zone for a buy. On the higher time frames, we are in sell mode. Let's take these off now. Take this off. Here's price right here. If it comes down more to this 5061.8 zone and then pushes back up, that's even a better trade. Now that zone, I think I accidentally deleted that by accident, because this zone, let's see, where was that, the 1 hour? No. Okay. That was the heartbeat zone for the 1 hour. So let's go ahead and make that correct. So we're not lazy. Don't be lazy with your charts. So we have 1 hour, low to high fib. Here we go. Okay. And then we'll have this show on the 4 hour so we can see where it's at. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Okay, this is where on the 1 hour, where our heartbeat zone is. It's pushed past it. It's almost gone to the last line of defense. And then on the 4 hour, that's where this zone looks like, right here. That's our heartbeat zone. So it's kind of in a little ugly position for a short-term play. For a short-term trader, maybe on the 1 hour, looking for the move, it's like, is she going to buy up or is she going to continue to buy back down? We have a cross. Let's see what happens. Intraday, more longer period. We're in good shape. You know, if she comes back down here to the heartbeat zone, that's nice. We can kind of see what she does. And then that would be good to see if we want to enter or not. So I would sit, wait on the 4 hours, see if she, like, maybe tomorrow morning, see where she's at, see if she comes down to here. But for the 1 hour trader, they'd be like, "Oh, I'm getting in now," because she might go up to my 11.5 on my 1 hour chart. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna put this so we can see it on the 4 hour. You can see what the heck I'm talking about. Okay, this is the 4 hour, or this is the 4 hour time frame, but it's our 1 hour fib for the green. I know we got a lot going on here. Let's take this channel off. And we'll lighten this up a bit so it's not so empowering. Okay, now here's price. Here is the fib. Now, if we, for the short-term 1 hour traders, time frame traders, it's at the area where it should bounce back up. And if it bounces back up, that ideal exit zone is right here, the 11.5. And that puts us at a 100% retracement on this 4 hour fib. So that means it would have to push past this strong support area of support and resistance to get us back up to 11.5. Now, we'll notice here, traders, check it out. Remember, I said I just want the short-term play. For intraday, I just want the immediate move. So what I did was I took this whole move on the 4 hour and just took the little piece of it right here, and did my fib on the 1 hour. Okay, so that's how this fib fits inside of this one. So for the 1 hour trader, they're at the ideal entry to enter the trade and then TP up to here. Now, probabilities of it buying up, since we're in a bullish, since we're buying momentum, I see for this week. Actually, I have to check a couple other things. Going up here is like could happen. Or she could sell down more. So we have 900 points there. That's a lot. That's beautiful. And then on the 4 hour play, if we just go to this zone, that's 600. So we'll have to see. Bitcoin is being very interesting lately. It's almost like you need to do, for me, I feel like you almost need to do the swing trade, the 4 hour time frame. Catch your entries then, and then hold the trade. Because if you miss the 1 hour, like this predicament, it's like, okay, are you going to buy up or are you going to keep selling down? We have a couple of confluences that are telling us it's still selling. So you're kind of in an odd area. Now, if we go to the 4 hour, we're on the 4 hour. We're ahead. So we have these barriers that we need to get over before we think about entering for the buy up. So 4 hour play, I would say when we meet again on Thursday, what we want to identify is, did price come down into this zone? And then could we buy it back up? So did price come down into this zone? And can we buy it back up? Or does she fall even deeper before she buys back up? So why don't we make a little note right now so we can remember what we're going to come back and find out if what she did or not. Okay, let's do that. So today is Tuesday night, and I GHT 10/10/23, and it's 9:32 p.m. Okay. Now, what we want to do when we meet again on Thursday evening, which is 10:12, we want to know, one, did BTC sell down to the HB zone on the 4-hour time frame? 2, where we can determine if we want to take the buy up. You got to check some other confluences, but that's basically our goal, right? Or 3, does she not sell down to this zone from number 1 and buy up to the 11.5 zone on the 1-hour? Because on the 1-hour time frame, we are at the zone where she would normally return back to the buying trend and buy up. Okay. So we're going to see when we meet up on Thursday, what happened. Okay. That'll be pretty exciting. I like that. All right. Let me also go ahead and stop share real quick. Get you guys back on where I can see you. Okay. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And then I want to talk to you about some good, exciting things I got going on that I think will be helpful, very helpful to you traders. Okay, so let me show you this. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show this now. So this is a session, a service that I'm going to be offering now. I'm going to going back into it. So what it is, it's an on-demand prop firm assistance. So what that means, like, what is that all about? What that means there for you is, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I'm going to put it up here so I can read it. I should have actually looked at that a little bit better. What it is on-demand prop firm challenge assistance. If you are active in a prop firm challenge, such as FTMO, the funded trader, the surge trader, whatever it is, and now's your time to act. Because as you know, traders that you've already been in, if you're in one or you've been in one or you're thinking about doing one, you know what comes along with it. What type of things in your mind come along. Okay, so I'm going to say some examples. First is, I am on call for you at any time to talk with you to keep your mindset on track or vent. So let's say you're in a trade and you're like, oh, Anna, like, the trade didn't work out. This is excuse me. The trade didn't work out. Hold on, sorry. I got excited. Anna, the trade didn't work out. I knew I should have stopped. I didn't stop, but thank God I hired you and I called you up because you told me, stop, close, turn your laptop off, turn your desktop off, whatever it is. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. Okay. So I am here for you. Call me up, text me. We'll get on Zoom, whatever it is, and we'll discuss your session. Um, Maybe do you find it hard to talk with someone who understands the extreme decision making that this challenge requires? You have your friends, they're not traders. They don't get it. They don't, and you know it. They don't understand what trading is like, the mindset, the information that goes into it, the decision making, the strategy, the math, the being able to be disciplined. They just haven't experienced that. So I have. I know what you're going through. I can relate to you 120%. So that there is of an availability that I'm offering to you as a service. Okay. Does your family or spouse find it difficult to give you the correct words of encouragement to keep you centered and focused and know what needs to be said? Again, they're not traders. They may even be like, I don't even know why you're doing this. Okay. So they're not the ones to understand. And I know how that feels. And so this on demand service that I'm offering to you is a one on one, being able to contact me at any time and we can talk about it and go through it. Okay. Um, Maybe are you able to step away while in a bad trade and reset yourself so you don't regret the decisions you made if the trade is against you? So being able to stop, refocus, call someone, say, hey, this is what's been going on, and going from there. That's what I'm here for you. Um, I know because I've done challenges and I know these needs come up and I didn't have the person always available, or the people that are traders weren't always available then when I needed to talk to them. So it made it difficult, but I get that. So now I know what we need. And so that's how I'm able to relate to and know that this service would be very beneficial for you. Do you find yourself too far in drawdown? Perhaps you're, meaning negative, and you're not sure how to recover. How do you recover? How much drawdown should you really be in? If you're honoring their max loss per trade, you are doing that, but then you've just had some bad few sessions and now you're down, say, a couple $100, a couple $1,000. What is my strategy and how do I get back? And then also carrying the weight of my mindset and also how to implement my trades for the next session. How should I go about doing that? So I'll work with you on that. I'll give you the numbers that will make sense and the ideas that you can do, the lot sizes, the sessions, how many trades you should take. We'll go into all of that. Do you know the number you need to keep a safe reserve if you go and draw down to have a high probability of recovery? What's that number? Do you even know it? That's important to be successful in these prop firm challenges. These type of statistics and uh, parameters are very important to be successful in your prop firm challenges. Are you more focused on the drawdown than knowing the trader who you are? Now, I've worked with traders and they get into the prop firm challenges, they like freeze. And I get it because now they're more attentive to the max loss they're allowed per trade. So they're hesitant in taking the normal trade setups that they would take because of that max loss. Well, I again can relate. So that's why I have um, entries that I know are most ideal for those prop firm challenges that they're asking you to stay within and still be able to get the points that you want and be able to be within the loss that you're allowed. Not many people or people that are in challenges, they find it out later as they go. I can give you the information up front so you don't have that learning curve. Okay. Um, Now those were if for what you'll experience, you'll experience in these prop firms. Now, let's say you have a great session and everything's going great and you're not having these challenges. But probabilities are they will come up before you pass either phase. Probabilities are they will come up. So this on-demand service is available to you. I will be available to you to walk you through, give you the information you need so you can go ahead and manage the journey of your FTMO or prop firm or whatever type of challenge you're doing. Okay. So my prior traders who have taken this with me have been very successful in it, and they are like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed. So they've been very happy with it. Go to my website, www.onthedeshields.com. Under pricings and plans, it's $200 for 30 days. And let's get on board. Let me be an on-demand service for you to help you with your journey in the prop firm challenges. Also, traders, I also have a Telegram group that if you go to my website as well, you can join that community for free. And it's a community of traders who are working on their challenges with the different prop firms and just sharing their experiences and their journeys. And it's a great community there. So feel free to join that. We have weekly Zoom meetings on Saturdays at 3 p.m. currently Eastern time for an hour. We all get on and talk about our challenges and what the week was like and what are we going to do for next week and what have you. So I'm excited for you. And I will see you guys on Thursday. I did want to share that with you, the on-demand prop firm assistance. And then let me go ahead and unhide that. Get my face back on there. So let me know what you think. If you have questions, get a hold of me. And I'll answer them for you if you have questions about that on-demand service or any other type of trading question. And then otherwise, I will see you on Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, and we'll resume and see what Bitcoin did. All right, traders, see you soon. See you in the charts. Bye.